Hi, my name is Vyvyence Doan, and I work for Gap Inc. right now in San Francisco, and I'm a merchandise assistant. So I think for most of us, whose parents have come from like another country and have come over here with almost little to nothing, and then made a life for themselves, and then giving us essentially everything they didn't have. I think it plays a really big role in how they influence your career choices, because not only do you kind of feel like you owe it to them to almost make them proud or pay them back. Unfortunately, not as I grew up, I found that, what they wanted me to do didn't always necessarily meet my interests, but it still always played a really big role in what I wanted to do. Well, originally I wanted to be a teacher, but then I also realized I really liked marketing, and marketing was the only thing in business that really interested in me because it's a very big umbrella, so I had many opportunities in it. To be honest, it had a lot to do with it when I first applied for college. I was a bit, like I said, we're going to be a teacher, but at that time, if you guys can remember, in 2009, there were a lot of budget cuts, and teaching wasn't actually a very stable profession, so I actually chose to do business over teaching because I knew that I could probably find more professions in it later down the road, and I always knew that I can go back to school for teaching. I think right now, where I am in life, being like that I just graduated, that business is a good place for me personally because I can move up, it gives me a lot of opportunities to travel, it gives me a lot of opportunities in career advancement and to branch out, like I said, and do different things. But I think that once I've kind of settled down and I want to travel less, like that, I'd really like to be a teacher. Just because I do love that feeling of being able to help people out, and then when you see that you taught somebody something and they get it, it's a really rewarding feeling. I did have some doubts in it when I came out of business. I mean, business was kind of a hard subject. Like, we had to take all kinds of business classes, and I wasn't sure if it was the right thing for me. Like I said, I originally wanted to be a teacher. But then eventually I kind of found that whatever I learned, I could apply into the fields that I was interested in. So that's like kind of, I think, the big takeaway from when you're in school and you're looking to find what you're interested in and what you can do later is, well, you majored in this, but there are a lot of skills that you can take away from the things you learn and take into other careers as well. And I think that was like a big part. So I did have doubts. I didn't know if I was going to find a job in business or if I really even liked business, if I wanted to continue or go back to school with it. So it's all about, I think, finding what you're interested in and how you can take what you've learned and go with it. I know, like I said before, there's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure from your family, a lot of pressure, especially nowadays in school, and to be competitive and stuff like that. And like I said, even I kind of fell into it, choosing business over teaching because I thought it would be more stable. And I think that's when you come to the point where you feel like you don't know where your purpose is. But like I said, all you have to do is find what makes you happy, I think, is most important. And that's one thing I've learned from school and all my professors and things like that, is that your major doesn't necessarily mean that's what your career is going to be. So don't worry so much about it at first. I'm not saying don't worry at all, but find what you like to do and go for it, because that's really going to make going to school and learning the best part about it, because you're always going to be willing to learn because you like it, and then take what you learn in there and find something that you can do with it that will also make you happy in your work, so you get the best of both worlds. You don't have to be your major, and your job doesn't have to be who you are. You can, because you're going to spend so much time working and in your job, you should find something that makes you happy and that you can apply what you like to do in it. And it's possible. It might not seem it like when you're in school and things like that, but you will find your way, and just don't rush it. You'll find your way. Just don't rush it.